There's a lot of people asking for money in my neighborhood. You know, they're like, hey, can I have $1? It's good karma. And I used to do it for that reason, but then I learned that's not what karma means. You see, karma actually has to do with reincarnation. You know, it means that if you're doing well right now, that's because in a previous life, you were a good person. But if you're doing shitty right now, that's because in a previous life, you were a piece of shit. Yeah, so karma is kind of the worst bit of victim-blaming dogma that pretty much you've ever heard in your entire life. That means if you actually believe in karma and you see a homeless person, you don't give them money. You just go up to them like, my, how the tables have turned. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. And they're like, spare change? And you're like, nice try, Hitler. And then you run away. That's what it means, guys. That's what karma means. Don't believe the hype. It's fucked up. I'm kind of resentful of the homeless hippies in my neighborhood. Like, the lifestyle that they lead, you know? Because, like, I don't know, something about it. It's like, love them or hate them, at the end of the day, they're just doing what they love, which is heroin. And, like, I like doing stand-up comedy. It's a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, I'm not doing what I love, which is heroin. Who likes heroin in this audience? Yes. It's a bunch of liars. Heroin's a bad drug. I'm going to get real with you. Real talk. I used to do a lot of heroin, but then I decided I wanted to live indoors, so I stopped doing it. And I can feel people tighten up when I say that. I understand, you know, relax, don't worry about it. Take some heroin. It'll really take the edge off. No. It's fucked up because I feel like a comedian can go on stage and talk about habitually smoking weed, and that is celebrated in this culture, you know? There's like songs about that. Like, do you guys know the song, The Next Episode by Dr. Dre? You guys know at the very end of that song, Nate Dogg, R.I.P., he sings this very famous hook where he's like, hey, smoke weed every day. You guys familiar with that song? Some of you don't. Some of you are like, I don't know the song, but I love the message. It's a great song, but like, what's the IV drug user's version of that song, man? We want our own version. I think it should be something like, hey. I got hepatitis C. Like, it's a lot sadder. No one wants to hear that song at a party. Weed messed me up more than any other drug. I don't know, like, weed made me feel bad. Did anyone ever smoke weed and just get paranoid? You smoke weed and you just feel like, oh, everything in my life is messed up. I mean, so maybe a lot of that was the heroin, but like, it's also the weed too, though. Like, weed would make me feel awful about myself, really introspective in this very negative way. And you have to put that into perspective. Like, I've stolen morphine from a sick man's medicine cabinet, but eating a pot brownie is the only time I ever said to myself, man, I gotta get my shit together. I really do. Weed made me do that, man. But now I don't mess around with anything anymore. No drugs or alcohol. Nicotine is the only problem I have right now. Any smokers? Anyone smoke? Smoking is hard to quit, man. I've been trying to quit smoking forever. Like, even back when I was doing heroin, I was like, oh, this shit's gonna kill me someday. I better get these cigarettes. I tried the replacement method. That's where you try to, you know, replace cigarettes with weed, you know? Smoke to get high, not to die. Rhymes. I just like, it's a rhyme, so it's supposed to be real. Not real, that's the thing, especially if you're a drug addict, because I just got addicted to weed and cigarettes. At the same time, spliffs all day. So I was still a believer in it, though, so I tried replacing that with acid. So I started doing acid all the time. And you can see where this is going. After a while, it just kind of snowballed into this, like, old lady who swallowed a fly type scenario. You guys know the children's song, the old lady who swallowed a fly? She swallowed the bird to catch a spider, swallowed the spider to catch a fly. By the end of my song, it would have been like, he swallowed the morphine to catch the beer, he swallowed the beer to catch the coke, swallowed the coke to catch the bird. How absurd, he snorted a bird. Like, shit got weird. Shit got weird for me, you guys. I love that song, though. Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. It's a children's song about the progressive nature of addiction. That's what it's about, all right? Because you remember how that song ends? There was an old lady who swallowed a horse. She's dead, of course. She ODs on horse at the end of the song, you guys. If you don't know your animal to drug conversions, horse is heroin. The old lady was a junkie. Surprise. That's some M. Night Shyamalan shit, and I'm out of here. I've been mad. Thank you so much.